Good evening, guys. It's been a while since I've done a Filmmaker diary, but I am proud to come to you guys with both good news and information that was asked to me for the first time from one of our subscribers. The first bit of news I'd like to share with you is, surprise, we did it, guys. You, us, the cast and crew, we did it. We won Best Web Series at Atlantic City Boardwalk Con, and it is the best feeling in the world because John Schnepp, the director of The Death of Superman Lives, was a presenter. And I saw this festival last year but didn't have the money to submit, and I barely made it into the deadline and really was just excited to be a part of it. And here we are. We won Best Web Series, and that's just a testament to you guys hanging in there with me, us hanging in there with you, and I can't tell you how much it means to be recognized as a formidable storyteller. Now, as far as one of our subscribers has gone on to ask a very important question, and I loved it. I could tell by the way the question was phrased and with the enthusiasm that it was a young man. And obviously, I can relate. I was once a young man, and I started making films when I was 12, and I wanted to give him a couple tidbits on just the film that he's going on to make. And I think the first one is just don't be afraid to fail. I think I have yet to make a film that has turned out exactly the way I want it to. Actually, I think I've kind of switched my mindset to the point where I don't even try to match what's in my mind as closely anymore. I'm more excited about the inadvertent compromise. I understand that my budget limits me and that my skills limit me and my access to tools and locations limit me. And it's such a cool little unfolding of surprises when you make a film because you can still convey the same ideas, themes, and story with several different alternatives to what you had in your head. So don't be afraid to fail. Be excited about the possibilities despite your lack of money, access, and equipment, which leads me to the next thing. Please don't get caught up on equipment, guys. It is not the end-all be-all of your film career. As a matter of fact, what is the end-all be-all of one's film career as a writer, director, overall storyteller is the emotional heartbeat of your film. Are you telling a story that grabs the viewer by the throat and forces them to watch? This is something that's incredibly difficult. I still struggle with it. I haven't done it as well as I would like to, but I'm working on it. And I think together we can start a dialogue that makes us both really, really good at this. My girlfriend's also a filmmaker, so we often get caught in dialogue. We'll go on a date night, or we'll, do a movie night in, and we always get into discussions of why we think the filmmakers made the choices that they made. The third tip I would give you is to do the work. I recently returned home to celebrate a wedding for one of my former teammates, to visit all of my teammates, to visit my championship level nephew at home, who's also a gymnast, following in his uncle's footsteps. And I haven't had a chance to see him in 6 years. And I got to see my best friend and family and my host family. And it was a wonderful, wonderful trip. But at the same time, I got to go back to my neighborhood in the inner city, which is as bad as it ever was. And I got to take photos. I did research because I know I'm going to be making a feature film in the next year or so that revolves around a real-life incident in my life. And it means so much to me that I actually have the pictures of where that happened to me when I was a child so that I can write the story a little bit better and also make the film feel as authentic as possible. I think doing the work first starts with being emotionally attached to the subject matter of your film. And if you don't feel a connection to it, like you would your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad or your significant other, you have no business making the film. Because you're oftentimes going to be the first person on set, the first person a part of the project, the last one to leave set, and the last person to stop working on the project. those characteristics are only held in common with friends, family, and significant others. And you would never get involved with any of them if you didn't feel something for them, if you didn't like them. So really, really, don't even waste your time with stuff, that personal projects that aren't fleshed out to the point where you can't go through life without making that film. Grayson is one of those things. The Gambit is one of those things. All of the shows I've delivered to you were shows that had to be done. My life would be incredibly unfulfilling. I'd be an incredibly bitter guy, and actually at one time was, because I couldn't get my films out. And I'm actually kind of going through that right now because I desperately want to bring you guys a full season of something. You guys have helped me get to this. We only have 2 episodes. Imagine what we would do if we had an entire season. 7 episodes. Imagine if we had power and we crossed them over the way Arrow crosses over with Flash. Sorry I went into that. I'm just incredibly passionate. Which ties into the last tip. Just really, really love whatever it is you're making. Because it guarantees that you will get it done. Regardless of the problems. Which brings me to Fight Night. Thank you guys for watching episode 1 of Fight Night. Thank you guys for watching the trailer for Fight Night. Thank you guys for watching all 3 episodes of Olympia. I don't know how that happened. We only have 11,000 subscribers, and somehow one of our episodes of Olympia is at 38,000 views. You guys, the cast and crew, I know that means so much to them. All of your positive comments, all of the likes, you guys sharing. I mean, I was nervous putting it out there. I was a much different filmmaker when I made that. I was a much different filmmaker when I made Fight Night. And, man, it is the most vulnerable thing in the world to just put yourself out there to be judged. And time after time, you guys have proven to me that YouTube is not a place full of trolls, not a place where people go to beat up other people's aspirations and self-esteem. You guys have built me up in a big sort of way. And although I haven't met most of you guys yet, I feel an incredible connection to you guys, and I feel driven to share more with you guys. Despite how little money I have right now, despite how many jobs in the past 2 weeks have been given to me and then disappeared because of funding issues or them just going a different direction, or the projects just not being things that the creators were connected enough to follow through. I will continue to push forward. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. During my flight, I did a lot of writing. I rewrote some stuff for Kevin Porter's that he's going to absolutely adore and is going to blow your mind. The opening scene of the next episode is going to blow your mind, and I am obsessed with getting it done. Even the Indiegogo, I can't express to you guys how badly I want to bring you a trailer for Season 1 of Power and a trailer for Season 1 of Grayson on the Indiegogo to just show you one last time that I deserve this support, and that I will make it worth it, and that your hard-earned dollars are going to not just enriching a group of artists, it is going into building a career that 5-6 years down the road, when I'm doing much bigger things, you can look at it and say, I made that career. And I don't think you often have that opportunity. You're already doing it. Because this is not just mine. We did this. My cast, my crew, and you. We did this. And I can't wait to see what we're going to do next. Thank you guys for tuning in to this Filmmaker Diary. I hope some of this information is positive and it helps you move forward. And you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.